Welcome to my beginner's Python tutorial. I'm going to teach you how to develop graphical interface programs for Ubuntu or Linux in general. When I started out, I had no idea what direction to go in, but Canonical seems to be backing Python. It's a pretty easy language to pick up, and it simplifies a lot of the back-end work you have to do compared to languages like C++. And I coupled Python with a interface designer called GLADE, which basically is like Windows Microsoft Visual Basic version of interface designer. Firing that up. Here's GLADE, and this is where you design your graphical interface. So you get these top level containers, and I'm going to take a window, and this is going to be my program's window. I'm going to call it window 1. I'm going to make a hello world program, so I'm going to change the title to be hello world. Gonna set the default height and width, and you can set an icon if you want. You can make it transparent if you want. And now I'm gonna drop a container on here. Use a vertical box, and you'll see what this does in a second. I'm gonna have two items, a button and a label. For the label, let's see, drop this up here, and I'm just gonna make this say hello world, and in this section I'm gonna drop a button. And buttons are weird in this. You have to control the packing, which is just how they're all fitting together. So I don't want this to expand, and I don't want it to fill. Just want it to be a regular button. Give it some padding. Let's say 10 pixels ish. And we're gonna change this to say click me. And that should be good for the interface, although we're going to come back to this, but for now I will just not save this because I need to open up Eclipse and write my code. So the program I'm using to develop is called Eclipse, and a plugin called PyDev. Basically, this is an IDE that runs based on plugins. You can have a plugin for almost any language, which is really convenient, and it's cross operating system compatible. So I'm going to do new project, new PyDev project. Right down here. It's going to want me to set a name. I'm going to say hello world. And it's complaining because I don't have an interpreter. I'm going to have to select the Python interpreter. So I'll go new, call it Python. The interpreter is under user bin Python. Click OK. Okay, it's going to set up all my libraries, so I click OK. It's going to have to do some processing. Blah, blah, blah.